Hi scholars. So in this video, I'll be going over what I hope that you noticed in L6A's essay. And one thing to note, right, is there won't be the same type of craft moves in an essay as there are in poetry. We looked at a lot of different poetic devices, and some, but not all, will be present. So when I'm looking at an essay, the first thing I like to think about is organization. How does the author organize their ideas and why? And I noticed that really in the very first sentence, this author described her belief directly, right? There's not much of like a hook, right? It's not like, have you ever, or anything like that. They get right to the point, which is really compelling because it helps the reader understand exactly what they're going to be reading about and exactly why it matters. And similarly, if you go down to the end of the essay, right, she ends with a direct statement. I believe in this, right? So again, sort of like bookends, they start with the direct belief, they end with the direct belief. And in terms of the middle, the question is like, how are they proving this belief or how are they supporting this belief? And they really do it with a story, which another word for that, as you may know, is anecdote, a really important craft move. You talked about it in 6th grade with Mr. Ng, if you remember talking about Shackleton in that unit. You guys talked a lot about anecdotes. But here we have an anecdote of the first day of school that helps us really understand these like complicated feelings, some of fear, some of confidence, and ultimately what she learned from that experience. Now, in terms of word choice or more like crafty craft, right? I'm noticing the amount of I am Muslim, I decided, I was also proud, I was wrong. It's and doing that, right, makes the writing even more personal. It's really hard to argue with someone who's describing their own experience because I have no right, to tell Al-Assad that her feelings or her experience wasn't valid. So that's a craft move that you could explore in your essay, speaking from the heart, speaking from I, lots and lots of times. And finally, the last thing I really notice is the title, This I Believe. Clear, to the point. So unlike maybe some other essays that you've looked at, literary essays being an example that follow like a really formal template and are sometimes crafted in these really specific ways, this feels really straightforward to me. And it'll be curious to see whether or not the next essay, which you're going to look at on your own, does similar things. Remember, if you noticed other craft moves here, you're not necessarily wrong. These are just the things that I noticed. So if you're not sure, if you're on the fence, again, feel free to reach out to me or Ms. McGee, comment on Google Classroom, comment in your exit ticket, whatever is helpful. But you'll have a chance to check your answers on the next essay in tomorrow or Wednesday's class. Hope this helped.